read that part. It's your turn.
Say about yourself all the derogatory things you know the other person is thinking or wants to say or intends to say, and say them before that person has a chance to say them. The chances are 100 to 1 that a generous, forgiving attitude will be taken and your mistakes will be minimized.
Hey, guys.
Read this.
Hold on. I think this just needs to be shown.
This is my favorite Christmas present from last year.
I love it when I wake up in the morning and Donald Trump is president.
I do. It's a great day, every day.
Oh, dang, you chugged it.
Greatest
empty.
Ever. It's been an hour and a half. Okay. All right.
1 minute? Okay. Any fool can try to defend his or her mistakes, and most fools do. But it raises one above the herd and gives one a feeling of nobility and exultation to admit one's mistake. For example, one of the most beautiful things that history records about Robert E. Lee, we're learning about Robert E. Lee in history.
Oh, yeah?
And Abraham Lincoln, which they talk about him being assassinated in the beginning of the book.
Yeah.
Talks about that in the beginning of the book.
Yeah.
So I learned a little extra for history. Robert E. Lee is the way he blamed himself and only himself for the failure of Pickett's charge at Gettysburg.
You know what you said there? No idea.
I know at the beginning any fool can try to defend his or her mistakes. It gets you into more trouble if you try to defend it and lie. Blah, 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 just admit it and take responsibility.
Or just dig your heels in and just...
Yeah, you're digging a deeper hole, but you can't get, it's harder to get out of. Mm-hmm. If you just keep lying and adding on top.
Yeah.
But if you just admit and you're like, yeah, I did that. You still are going to get constant, punished, but it makes it a lot less worse of a punishment. Makes it less harsh punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Punishment,
yeah.
Punishment. Anyways, I don't know why I learned that. What could you say to a man who treated you like that? It's over here it's talking about a man who's being really disrespectful too. Mm-hmm. They're trying to do business together, and then he's really disrespectful. When we are right, let's try to win people gently and tactfully to our way of thinking. And when we are wrong, and that will be surprisingly often, never, no. If we are honest with ourselves, let's admit our mistakes quickly with enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. Mm-hmm. Did I say that right? Enthusiasm. Okay. Not only will that technique produce astonishing results, but believe it or not, it is a lot more fun under the circumstances than trying to defend oneself. Remember the old proverb, by fighting you never get enough, but by yielding you get more than you expected.